Gentlemen! Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got something nice for you guys. It's not a green screen video. I'm still getting settled in with some family members before I can get one of those up to you guys. But today I've got sort of a Eclipse breakdown video of one of my favorite aircraft ever, not just in the game. The Italian Re.2005. And oh my gosh, what a good looking plane this is. It just looks like they transplanted Spitfire wings onto an Italian C202, added some bombs, and added an engine even more powerful than the BF-109 G14. At max power, this thing actually gets pretty close to a K4 engine, and it is, of course, a Daimler-Benz. What this means is that you actually get the benefits of being a heavier aircraft in the front end, and from being a powerful engine, so you do pretty well in a dive. I don't know about for 5.3 well. You can hit a good 380 to 400 knots, while still being able to turn with those Spitfire wings of yours. And the flaps are very powerful and very strong in this thing. And if one thing's for certain, you can always beat people in the vertical, even with no engine. You see this clip, this Corsair nicked my engine on the first pass, but I pull full flaps and beat him to the spot, eventually just getting his wing just enough. But training, that's a Corsair. Why are you talking about turning with a Corsair? Of course you can beat it. Well, how about I get jumped by a Spitfire? Now this is really the matchup that I would have loved to see historically with this thing. Unfortunately, only about 50 of the Re.2005s were built, but if this thing was available over Malta, over North Africa, and was able to verse the Spitfire like it was really supposed to, I think we'd have some awesome stories from Italian and British pilots alike in a very evenly matched duel. Now, I almost get him in the first pass there, of course, going with the vertical. You just really have to be careful with taking that vertical option when there's other aircraft around. I knew it was just me and him, so I wasn't too worried. Another fight with Spitfire, he comes in ahead of me there, gets some shots on. The best part of this plane is that people don't know how to fight it. Spitfires are going to do their normal Spitfire thing, and you're going to get your nose on very sneakily. That's a pretty deadly combo, especially with the deadly combo of 320 mils and 250 cals. But this thing isn't a low altitude, one-trick pony sort of like a yak. Even at 13,000 feet, I am still very capable, even when a Spitfire is sitting on my butt. Now I see him pull underneath, and of course just keep on tracking him right here. He's not going to be able to get that first shot. We go back into the horizontal. He goes underneath. The only thing you're going to have to be careful with is when you get slower to watch those wing rolls, especially when you're at full WEP. Now, if I go low and he goes high like this, like I said before, you're in the vertical, you are just going to be competing with the poor nose visibility, and generally just the poor visibility of the cockpit in general, especially forward. I'm not a huge fan of that Italian offset to the right side of the cockpit, as you tend to lose people in that bar on the right. Now again, I missed this shot here, but because he pulls right underneath, I should be able to follow him. Any type of rolling turn with this thing is amazing. Now I nearly roll my wing just a little too much right there, but I save it, and it looks like, unfortunately, he's going to have the same problem and pull right into the back of me. It looked pretty cool, but he admitted that it wasn't on purpose. I had hit him pretty heavily on the right wing, and that thing gets very unstable just when you initially take it off, not even to mention extra damage. Long range hit on the F-82, get jumped immediately by a yak. This is usually a bad situation, but I judge his turn just perfectly, and he's able to, unfortunately, roll. Probably not to his liking, and I get just one pass. That's all you need with this thing, is just one opportunity, and you get all those 20 mils landed, just like that. Immediate fireball. I love it. Now, this is a worse situation, right? So this is going to be defending against two aircraft at the same time. This is really the meat and potatoes of this video. So a Typhoon gets fast underneath me, comes right up to the top, and he's just going to do his boom and zoom diving thing, right? I don't want to pull too much. I'm still slow. We're at around 7,000 feet, so pretty optimal for both aircraft here. If I can get him in the rolling, this thing loves the rolling, but he smartly keeps going up. I'm just going to pull up with him this one time. As far as I know, we are the only aircraft in the area, but I missed my shot. That shot should have been landed right there. And he goes back up again, just like he should. You know, he's playing this well, especially since he realizes that there's an ally nearby. I see it too, don't follow him up. Immediately can recognize it's a Spitfire just from that split second. Now this is bad. So you kind of have that 1-2 combo of a tourney boy and a boom and zoom. Now how you have to play this, especially if you're in the 2005, you gotta go for the Spitfire, right? You can't go for the Typhoon and go vertical with a Spitfire on your butt, but you can sit behind a Spitfire when the Typhoon can't follow your turn. Now you just have to get the timing right. So you can sort of time it just by feel as to when that Typhoon's going to be coming in, and just try to get him on the overshoot. But you got to keep your speed, right? So I'm not going to turn too hard with him. Now I'm going to be looking for that Spitfire because I've been tracking the Typhoon for too long. If he's not to my left, he's definitely going to be to my right. I'm not exactly sure why I didn't check that direction. I hear the shots before I see him, and I jink out of the way. Now he goes to the left. I'm going to be trying to cut in, but I can see he's going to beat me. Might take a shot here. I don't. That Typhoon should be coming in any second. Might have to pull off the turn. Just try to get one quick shot. He jinks out of the way. Should be checking 6. Should be checking 6. He's right there. You got to pull. If he'd shot from further away, I'd have certainly been gone. But he extends and pulls back into me. And like I said, you only need one pass. This thing is deadly. Get the Typhoon down. Spitfire's on me. Gonna take a shot. He goes a little bit to the side. If I can get him into a rolling here, not exactly the best situation. I got to be careful with the overroll, with the high engine power at low speeds. That 51 was from earlier. Now I've lost him. This was a problem during this fight, as you can see. I got to keep visibility better, especially when they can clearly see me with these contrails. We actually get below the cons here. The Spitfire rolls out to my right. I overroll the plane. He can't beat me up into the vertical. If I can just control this without going into an inverted flat spin here, that would be amazing. He just recovers before he hits the ground. I miss my shots, but I still have enough flaps to be able to fall right in behind him, and I think he might have lost visibility there for a split second because he did not react well to me being on a 6. 2v1 down. Like I said, meat and potatoes of the video, right? You just got to get the timing down of the 2v1, especially if they're both, or if one's a boom and zoom aircraft. So you generally know that he's going to come in after a certain period of time, after he resets his climb, gets back his energy. Now the best thing you can do as that second fighter, as that wingman, is to get some speed underneath the plane you're attacking, and just to throw off his timing, right? Throw off where he's supposed to be looking, and catch him off guard. Now, is this video an ad for Italian aircraft? Yes, I freaking love them. I love them so much. The Re.2005 might be one of my favorite aircraft of all time. If not my favorite aircraft, I really wish more than just the freaking tail section had survived something. Thank y'all for watching. So green screen videos and Fly Till I Dies and stuff like that should be up very shortly. I've had to get settled in around this new place where I got my new job, but it's all going well. And those videos will be coming out very soon. I just wanted to get something out as quick as possible. And maybe to even mention that I've been working on something in the background that should be done by the end of the summer. Pretty big project. Maybe the biggest project I've ever done. And no, it's not a video. Anyways, I'll be talking about that more. Thank you all for watching. Adios.